Welcome to the Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage, where rude mechanicals do magic. Hello, I'm Bronze Age, Director of the Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage. And today we have a custom lamp job for the customer that owns this very nice table lamp. And she wants this piece of glass from some other lamp put here, sort of like a torchiere shade. And as we say in the Secret Underground Laboratory, everything in life is just a hardware problem. First, we'll take a look at what we've got here. This is a fairly high-end decorator table lamp. If you looked at a catalog from late 50s, early 60s, somewhere around there, this would be one of the more expensive lamps listed. It's classical style. This translucent glass is beautiful. This is a regular pot metal with the brass plating on it. All of them were like that. And that there's a short piece of pipe at the top. And we've got a solid steel pipe that runs from the base to the top up here. This means I won't have to take any of this apart in order to do this job. And as delicate as these are, easy as they are to break if you drop them on the floor, it's a lot easier to break them when you've got to take them apart and find a place to put them while you're working on the rest of it. So I'm happy to leave all of this intact and not risk damaging one of them and then left with a lamp that's, for all purposes, worthless. Now this piece is from some other kind of lamp. I believe from the large base here, it was probably a nightlight lamp. A little small bulb in here would light this up, and you wanted to use it that way. And our customer wants to see it like this. And again, keeping with the hardware problem, we have to start looking at the hardware we're going to use. The neck of this piece is 2 1/8 inches, which is fortunate because I have this piece of hardware here, which is known as a base cap, and it fits perfectly. And this is really good because this is all that's going to show on the outside. Don't have to worry about any other appearance issues. What I've got to do now is construct something on the inside which holds this nice and firm, not too tight, and keeps it in place. This lamp is taller than average, so to make this job a little easier, I'm going to set it on this little bench down here on the floor. And to avoid the biggest hazard, which is knocking it off the bench or bumping it or something like that, I've got this little jig that clamps to the bench vise. And I'll hold it secure enough, I don't have to worry about it tipping over. I fell asleep last night wondering how I was going to do this. Starts off, of course, with the vase cap. Got this little coupling bushing, which goes on top like this. Then the glass will go like here. Now my problem is I've got to have hardware that holds this in place. Can't be wobbly, can't be loose, but I can't clamp it so tight that it could crack the glass. So what I need is something that's flexible but rigid, which is a total contradiction in terms for this kind of work. So what I have is a little wooden bushing I've made, tapered so it fits down into the face cap here. I'm going to have a piece of plastic. This is Lexan, a washer on top of it. And then this porcelain keyless socket is going to go down in here like this. And this will hold the light bulb basically in the center of the glass. And it's keyless because there's no way to reach down inside this thing and turn on the lights. The other advantage here of this, why this hickey right here is in the way and not just a solid piece of pipe, which would probably be a little easier, is that when I'm going to go put this together, I can run this wire all the way up the pipe and take the socket off, which is 2 screws holding it here. It will go up through here like this, and with this installed in place, I can then wire the socket and pull the wire all the way down. And what that'll do is that'll eliminate the need to put this all together and then twist the wire up as I'm installing it, which is, even though in this case, straight pipe, no big deal, still just bad practice. And the reason for the hickey is there's not enough room for the standard underwriter's loop that I put in every socket on this particular one, where I would just turn around and make this little pretzel here. And the purpose of that is if someone kicks the lamp cord, there's no way for this knot to be pulled down in the pipe, which would jerk the loose from the screws, and then you've got 2 wires that are electrified touching the steel, and the next person that goes to pick it up gets shocked. What I'll do instead is I'll have a couple of zip ties here that I'll put around this piece, and 2 of them should hold it in place no matter who kicks the lamp across the room. I think that's going to do it. Now is when I make the same sermon that I make with every lamp rewiring. Lamp cord comes with 1 wire with smooth insulation, 1 wire with ridged insulation. The smooth wire goes to the brass colored screw. The ridge wire goes to the silver colored screw. And that's the way it is. Now the cord is pulled tight, and that's brought the socket down into place. And this begins the very tedious procedure of getting these screws to line up with the holes and get them started, which sometimes is the most time-consuming part of the job. In this case, because I can't actually get my hand down around the socket to hold it straight, it's going to be more tedious than others. Once I get them both started, and that noise really is nerve-wracking. because that's how things like this get broken. This is not meant to be exposed like this. It's supposed to be down on a metal fixture, which protects it. But if a glass is going to crack or break, it's going to be at an edge like that. No fun at all. The last thing we have to do is install the switch. And we're using a cord switch, which is known as a high-low. And what that simply means is that it's got two positions. One is your regular bright bulb, and the other is slightly dimmer. And this is often used in situations like this where you can't use the three-way bulbs that everybody's familiar with. We open it up. We have the channel where the wire is going to go, and we cut the smooth wire. Always the smooth wire. Smooth wire is your switch circuit. If this were going up to a regular socket, it would be going on to the screw that goes to the switch inside the socket shell. Put that down. And we can see the little barbs here. They're going to pierce this wire, and that's how the switch will make the connection. And the important part of getting one of these installed and to work the first time is to make sure those barbs actually punch through the insulation. Doesn't always happen that way. You just have to take it apart and do it again. So this is Bronze Age, director of the Secret Underground Laboratory, and I thank you for sticking through this video to the end. Appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe, and we will be back soon with another video. Thank you so much.